back. Welcome back, baby. It's another episode of that Stay Off My Grass podcast. Did y'all miss us? Did you miss me, man? I had some real life stuff going on, some positive real life stuff going on. So I couldn't get the last couple of games, man. But we here now with Jerry Jeer. How you feeling, man?
Oh, I'm good, man. We turned it around. I want to go back. You know what I haven't did yet? I know, but right before the season started, we did season record previews. I want to say I said the Lakers would win about 43 games.
Hell
So
no.
I'm gonna go
Listen,
back.
listen.
Hey,
I
I'm
just
just
want to kick it
glad
off like
we went from
this.
deep in hell to we rose above. We rose above.
Listen, I want to
We
kick it
now
off
have a
like
chance
this.
to get in the postseason. I'm just happy
All
about it.
to all the Laker fans, man. This is the only question I want to know. What time the playing game start, baby? What
6:30.
time to Listen, man, we got the Lakers versus the T-Wolves back, both defending playing champions. How you feel defending that playing championship, man? It's
Hey,
a real threat. I mean, they lost Jaden McDaniels. He might play. I mean, if I'm him, I might play. I just might because he don't really do much offensively anyways, even though he can. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
yeah, I'm actually happy we get to play. And they in some turmoil right now. You got Rudy punching people, Jaden punching. They need to have some safety classes before they go back to work. And I'm not. I think we can beat them. We get to play them in LA. They don't have their secret weapon with Jaden McDaniels, so LeBron might be able to roam free for a little bit, or D'Lo, or whoever else planning on putting Jaden on. Last time he played the T Wolves, Rui Hachimura went crazy on Cat. He had a good game, played some good D. So I'm not scared of the T Wolves. And for Lakers, we got two chances. So we got chances.
I mean, y'all feel like y'all struggle against teams that are bigger than y'all, and I feel like Grizzlies, when they want to be, they can be a defensive team. They can be a good offensive rebounding team, and I feel like that's what the Lakers trying to struggle against, especially when you throw 80 at the 5 and you got Rudy Gobert and Cat in there. And then, well, they did lose Nas Reeves, so like that, you do got a couple things working in your favor, but I don't know, man. And then Anthony Edwards is just a variable because it's just like you don't know. He could go off and go crazy and take over the game. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it'll definitely be a good matchup between the two playing champions, baby. You know what I'm saying?
But
See
I
if
mean,
y'all can defend that title.
One game, and it can go either way. So I'm hoping the Lakers don't, fucking, nothing lackadaisical. They're ready to go out there and play. Hope they're not taking their foot off the gas. Because like today they were playing, it was like, okay, like they was playing in spurts. They'll play good, and then they'll stop playing so hard, and they'll start playing good and start playing hard, and they were up and down today. So hopefully they all lock in and they ready to go. Coach Ham, get them in the film room, do what they need to do. This is only one. You get one game. You get two games in the play-in, but I feel like that first game is the most important one because that other team is coming in hot, ready to beat somebody. So I don't want to be, take care of business, and we can start on Memphis on what's that, Friday?
Yeah. So what you're saying is that you want the 7th seed then?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to play that. Well,
so you want to play Memphis in the first round?
I don't want them to lose thinking like, oh, we can lose this one to go play somebody else we think we might beat. No, go out there and win because you never know who shows up. And for one, the last time we played the Grizzlies, we actually did pretty good on the inside, but it was, I think Ja helped them come back or whatever, and he was just getting shots on the inside, and Jaren Jackson wasn't really like that, but they don't have Steven Adams. And I feel like that's Jaren Jackson. I'm not expecting him to hold down the paint completely by himself, especially when we have LeBron back. And the last time we played them, we didn't have LeBron. So that's going to be a different story. So it's going to be a tough series. I hope we don't go to 7 so we have not fatigued for the next series, but beat the Timberwolves and get to Memphis. That's on the agenda right now.
Well, I mean, like I said, I feel like this is very winnable playing games. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I'm kind of wishing the best on y'all, man. I hope that y'all just fall out completely. I'm just keeping an absolute bean. That would just make my day. You know what I'm saying? Just to see it, man. But like I said, I feel like out of all the teams, I feel like y'all match up well with the Timberwolves. I feel like I kind of wanted y'all to play the Pelicans just because it seemed like whenever Brandon Ingram play y'all, he just go crazy. And I feel like y'all don't really have an answer.
Times though, so
I mean, y'all played them a couple times for sure.
And we've played them since we've had the new guys. And Jared Vanderbilt put Brandon Ingram in jail last time too.
So, yeah, but I feel like playoff Brandon Ingram is a different beast, and I can
you would definitely know all about that for sure. You would definitely know all about that.
Him and CJ McCollum. So yeah, it's tough. It's tougher than what it looked. You know what I'm saying? That Pelican team is way tougher than what you know what I'm saying. Even though they got a couple injuries down there, but like I said, I feel like when they cut it on like that in that playoff atmosphere, that playoff kind of, you know what I'm saying, mentality, It's a different beast. And so yeah, I mean, it might work out for y'all. I mean, I don't really see y'all getting past Memphis like that, but I feel like I feel like if I was y'all, I would try to lose and get that eighth seed just so you could play the Nuggets because I feel like I can see y'all beating the Nuggets. But hey, man, to each his own. To each his own.
All right. Let's get into the Suns. Let me ask you this, right? So I was talking to somebody today. I got this old dude at my job. Anytime sports happen, he come in. He's asking me, Jeremiah, give me the 411, give me the update. I was telling them, the Suns playing the Clippers. I feel like they just creeping on Paul George. They ain't gonna say he coming back. It's gonna be a game time decision when he comes back. Watch, he's gonna come back against y'all. Probably either when they get the series gets to LA or yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back this series for sure. I don't see them holding him out for any much longer. They probably just held him out for these last few games down the stretch. And I believe he did hurt himself, but I don't think it's to an extent where he's gonna be out for super long. And I think that's going to be an X factor because your perimeter defenders in Cam Johnson and Mike Hale are gone. And Paul George and Kawhi, two tough perimeter dudes. So it's going to be a good matchup. And then you got Chris Paul guarding Russell Westbrook. Chris Paul is aging right before our eyes. So Cameron Payne better be ready to show up. That's what's going that's the difference.
I agree with you. I feel like you made some very valid points in that in the defensive aspect of it. But what I'm starting to see or what I'm starting to like realize that people don't really understand is that like our defense could be better. You know what I'm saying? I feel like our team defense as a team is valid, you know what I'm saying, or strong enough to at least hold it down to like kind of get a championship. But what people are not understanding is that like our offense is so crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. Like there was a point in time in the league where it's like defense, like you had to play defense to win championships. But I feel like Golden State has kind of set the standard or just set an example. Like you can be a heavy offensive team and play decent defense and win a championship. And I feel like that's what we do. We play decent defense, maybe below decent or whatever, but I feel like it's enough to get past the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? Like because you want to be the team that the other team is worrying about you defensively. It would be a different thing if Kawhi and Leonard and all of them was locking up defensively, and on top of that, we have to worry about them offensively. You see what I'm saying? Like I'd rather be in this boat on offense.
But I still say it's not going to be just a walk in the park. This is probably going to be the toughest first round series, obviously in either conference. But KD's going to have not KD X factor in this series, of course. DeAndre Ayton matchup against Ivica Zubac, and he's going to have to go 20-25 a night on Zubac to win that series for sure. That's if everything else is clicking for y'all. If KD shows up, if Chris Paul doesn't get hurt, if Booker, shows up to the party too. So I feel like y'all got ifs.
Yeah. I'm not playing that if game with Laker fans or just people in general that just want to wish injuries on people. So it is what it is, but injuries do happen. But what I will say is that if you've been watching the Suns and you watch how dangerous our offense is and how open the floor and just how wide open people get, like it's definitely gonna take some adjustments. I'm interested if there's anybody that could figure it out. It is Ty Lue because, like I said, I feel like he's just a underrated coach to me. I feel like he just be out there coaching his ass off, ain't scared to try nothing really. And I feel like I said, if you've been watching us, you've been watching the film, and you watch how we close the game with the starting fives or like with our starting five, like it's just so crazy that you know what I'm saying. You got it's a pick your poison kind of situation because it's like the way we got to set up is you either leave KD open in the corner on that double screen, on that drag screen, you leave him wide open in the corner for a skip pass for CP3 or whatever, or you help, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you know what I'm saying? You hedge and you blitz CP3 and then that's a wide open dunk for DA, or you swing it over to Book and Book got the ISO. So it's just like, which one do you want? You know what I'm saying? Which one do you want?
Worried about Westbrook exploiting Chris Paul at all?
Absolutely.
Why not?
Absolutely not. Westbrook has been hitting his jumpers as of late.
He has the post advantage. Got the athleticism over Chris Paul. Even though he left us and it was bad water, I do think that he might be a game changer for them in that series if he's on his game. If not, but I don't know.
Playing in Phoenix is a different beast. I feel like maybe depending on how where his confidence at. His confidence right now, he's shooting the ball a little bit more. Whatever the case may be, he's been knocking them down. Okay, cool. Whatever the case may be, but I feel like it's a hard place to play in Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Especially in that playoff environment. So it's just like if his confidence is just a little bit shaky, it might be wraps. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they don't got PG and you relying heavily on Westbrook. So if you're trying to sit up here and convince me, would I rather, you know what I'm saying? Do I think that, you know what I'm saying? Would I rather prefer them rely heavily on Westbrook than Paul George? 100%. You know what I'm saying? If that's what it is. But I don't think that Westbrook is going to beat us. Is if that's the question that you're really asking. But something I did want to say, I kind of wanted to play Golden State in that first round. Like even though I didn't want to play either
I was
one,
just about
Clippers
to
or
ask you
Golden
about
State.
them.
Yeah,
So
I I kind of wanted to play Golden State in that first round just because I feel like either way it go, this is our toughest matchups, right? Whether it be Golden State or Clippers. I feel like Warriors might have been a little bit tougher. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I'd rather knock off the tough opponent first, and then just we can coast. We can coast through it. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to ask you how you feel about them. They got the Kings in the first round. A lot of people not expecting the Kings to get out the first round. Even out here, the pulse is like they're happy to have the Kings back in the playoffs, but everybody's not really set on them going past the first round. So Kings Warriors, who you got in that series?
I'm actually going Kings. 'Cause I feel
Ooh,
like I'm going Kings because I watch a lot of basketball. I watch a lot of Suns basketball, and like I said, the Kings, honestly, they remind me of the 2021 Suns, which is really scary because it's just like it's a team that everybody don't know. Everybody's kind of targeting. Everybody counting out. Everybody don't really watch their games. You know what I'm saying? It's a team that you know what I'm saying. Unless you know, you know. And like the Kings are one of the best fourth quarter teams in the league. So it's just like if you're not up by at least 5 to 10 points in the fourth quarter, you're gonna lose that game versus the Kings. The way how De'Aaron Fox has been playing and how he's turned into the closer he is, like I said, I feel like you don't want to get into that space. You don't want to, but and then on top of that, like you're already underestimating them. So yeah, it's just like give me. I'll take the Kings.
my
I see them.
only
I can see them doing it.
my only beef with the Kings, yes, their offense is like hella potent. They run you out of the gym. They can run the score up, but the other team also runs the score up when they run the score up. When they play good teams, it's like 100, at least 110 points on both sides. So for them, for me, they don't really have a rim protector unless Rashawn Holmes gets in the game and he starts doing that. But then you're going to crowd up the floor with him and Sabonis. So I'm curious to see what Mike Brown does. But Mike Brown has been real good this season at scheming up, making adjustments against other teams. My only thing with the Kings is that defense. Perimeter defender, their best perimeter defender is who? Don't tell me it's Harrison Barnes and don't
No,
tell me it's Davion Mitchell. Like in the playoffs, you need to put somebody on somebody. I'm not, who you
well,
really
I feel
going with?
like right now it's a toss up for me between Edwards and Keegan Murray been playing some valid defense.
I feel like he's more of like an inside post defense, like a bigger, like he's guarding like wing players, maybe like a LeBron size, like KD size. He's guarding those kind of guys. Not necessarily like a perimeter defender. Fox is cool. I feel like he might beat Curry in that matchup because Curry has gonna have to play defense unless they're putting Clay there. Or I'm curious to see where both teams go with their matchups. I will be definitely tuning into that series for sure. I definitely
Yeah.
will that one.
Like I said, I'll take the Kings on it just because, like I said, just watching them and just how they've been playing this season, it really is reminiscent of the 2021 Suns. And so, like, I see it. You know what I'm saying? And I see like everybody counting them out. I see how they've been playing and putting in the work, putting their head down. You know what I'm saying? So I see it. I see a lot of similarities. So I can see them taking down Golden State. Honestly,
Yeah, don't get me wrong. They can score. They're gonna win a few games in the series, but like when a game slows down, I'm curious. I'm curious to see how their half court offense fares against the
yeah,
Warriors.
you haven't watched them in the fourth quarter then
That's a half. I
because
know
they don't play
Aaron
fast
Fox
pace in the
he
fourth
plays
quarter.
like 10 minutes in the fourth quarter. I watched him in the fourth quarter. I watched at least the later half of their games.
They run
Um,
a lot of half court stuff in the fourth quarter.
it's ISO ball. I'm talking defense. Yes, offense
I've seen De'Aaron Fox close a couple games this year. But go ahead.
on offense. I'm saying
On,
offense.
on defense, that game when they went to 175, he closed that defensively. When they beat us, he closed that defensively. But like I said, go ahead.
A game where they score 175 points. You gonna tell me he had one defensive stop? Nah, I'm talking about consistent defensive play. That's what I'm harping at with the Kings. That's gonna be the only reason they stay alive in the playoffs. Because we
Hey,
see the high scoring teams, they have to have some type of defensive identity. The Warriors have that. They have perimeter defenders and inside defenders, So the Warriors battle tested before, and you've seen how they just ran up the score in Portland. So
they
and then
getting
they
ready.
plus getting Wiggins back again. So like
Yeah.
think big picture. Think big picture with the Warriors for sure. they're gonna be a tough out in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. So we got some good NBA basketball coming up, man. This is gonna be real exciting. You know what I'm saying? The actual real playoffs start with our playoffs start on Sunday, next Sunday. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I wish y'all the best of luck, man. The best of luck in that playing tournament. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I don't know. Do y'all play back to back? Like after you win, like I don't know how the playing tournament work. Do you
oh
win like
no,
after you win the game or after you lose? Do you
we
play the
play on
next team on the
Thursday.
next
We
day?
play on Thursday. If we lost,
Also, just
we get another
okay.
home game. We get another home game on Thursday.
Got you. Hey man, well I wish y'all the best of luck, man. So that's all I gotta say today.
All right, man. Until
But
next time, y'all. Peace.